Hello, I have branded this rabbit. He is my property.
Oh my god.
I will tell you that given the limited art tools, that was surprisingly hard to make. Even just 3 letters.
It's like drawing in MS Paint, I have to assume, except you don't have a mouse, so it's not even as accurate as Paint is.
Yeah, I do remember one weird shortcut that if you press the B button on any specific part of the rabbit's body, it then becomes like the teardrop tool that instantly chooses that color.
Oh.
I've also used tools to squish the rabbit's head. This is another pre-order costume here, with the rabbit having another rabbit in like a kangaroo pouch.
You can't say they didn't have fun with the paint tool.
Yeah. Also, the humans have appeared to up their security measures. Like, significantly.
Wow.
I think this... Oh yeah, this was the point where I was intending to show off that there were alternate ways to get to the set of levels. The most straightforward way is just to, when you're in the main menu here, go into the In the Wii Remote section. By the way, this is one of the loading screens sped up.
It's always the sewer surf, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always the sewer surf. Although they actually have distinct FMVs for versions of the sewer surf that contain they have like different ones for each piece of extra large stuff that you pick up, which is a strange bit of attention to detail.
That almost seems like too much effort for this game. Or
Yeah.
maybe just the right amount of effort.
Yeah, like it would make more sense if they were in-game cutscenes, but these are FMVs, separate FMVs for every bit of extra large stuff. So this this level's a bit more open-ended, I guess you could say. This is when they start to break up the linearity by giving you some not exactly open, but you know, larger areas to explore.
And immediately I hear dueling banjos.
Get out the canoes.
No penetration in this zone allowed.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It was our job. It's our job to make the deliverance joke, not you, game.
I swear we didn't plan that.
I forget that line appears. I thought it was only in the paper shredder levels, but no, it shows up in the backwater for whatever reason.
I'm starting to wonder if this level was a deliverance joke.
Also, we have pit bull not like dog verminators. They actually have something of a twist on the formula where you would have to physically grab the dogs in order to collect them. And here they bounce around, so it's even harder to collect them.
That's terrifying.
Did I accidentally skip the music trigger here as well? Or at least for the dogs.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that the bouncy verminators think that they are masters of stealth.
I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick.
Dummy thick in the suit, specifically. He's just referring to the suit.
Just the suit. I could fold those guys in half and slide them under a door otherwise. In the suit, dummy thick.
You are welcome.
Emphasis on the dumb.
Written authorization from the owners.
And unfortunately, the more open-ended areas also shit themselves in terms of frame rate.
Yeah, but I can't expect the Wii to do a solid 60 all the time.
Also, I think I glitched out here. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to grab that piece of the pipe that way. I mean, not that I'm complaining, but it's kind of strange. I will have to check to see if some of the speedruns do that. I mentioned before that there are some out-of-bounds tricks. The only one that I know off the top of my head is the one in the very first level. Oh, that's another thing. The PC version doesn't have cutscenes. So you have zero context for why you're running around doing this. And you cannot skip the cutscenes in the Wii version either.
This PC version is starting to sound butchered.
Butchered implies that it was cut up with care to begin with.
Mangled. Let's go with mangled.
For anyone but you. Evacuate the premises now.
That was an excellent delivery of that line. This is the kind of the gimmick of this area is that the public address announcer gets more and more annoyed as you go on. Yeah, basically the goal is take the Verminators out first.
Please be kind enough to get lost.
Sure, but I gotta come what I came for first. Or I gotta get what I came for first. Though I'm not sure how kindly the Rabbids will get lost. They're bound to make a lot of noise and destroy everything.
Literally the least kindly animals ever invented.
Yeah, there are multiple John Denver songs in this game. There's also, I don't think I recorded any footage of it, but there's one car, or one truck, somewhere like to the west of the overworld map, that just sits there playing Take Me Home Country Roads constantly.
I'll just head back to the North Pole then, huh?
You are terribly lost, aren't you?
Hey, my name is Joel.
Yeah, man, he escaped from Fallout 76. Brought the music with him.
I was hoping we could get through this entire section without making a Fallout 76 joke. Damn it. I had a CD of John Denver's greatest hits growing up, so I was well aware of Denver and his legacy prior to that. My favorite fact about John Denver, I think this is a fact, not an urban legend, is that when his first wife left him, he went into a total breakdown, which isn't funny. But what is funny is that one of the things he did is he took his marriage bed and cut it in half with a chainsaw.
You consider literally everything you think you know about John Denver, and then you find that out, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't sound very John Denver.
This section kind of comes out of nowhere, and it's pretty unfair. You don't really have a lot of cover. You're expected, I think, to take out those cannonballs with the cannonball rabbit. I mean, the name and everything. But it's quite hard to do. It's hard to multitask, especially because it's red on black. Unless you have a really brightly colored rabbit. It's red on black with the orange cursor. I forgot that Take Me Home Country Roads is persistent throughout this entire level.
I mean, it's not a bad song. It's just I wouldn't listen to it 50 times.
It's pretty funny that neither John Denver nor the two songwriters had been to West Virginia prior to recording that. And yet somehow they managed to make one of the most iconic songs about that state.
Suddenly, the music got creepy.
Oh, speaking of John Denver, we picked up a chainsaw there.
They knew what they did.
Thankfully, this isn't that bad of a section here. We just need to drive this over. And, yeah. Remember, this started in like a backwater part of the bayou, and now we're in a top secret laboratory.
Suddenly, I understand what this is.
Did Capcom steal from Rabbids Go Home?
Yes.
We have the receipts, Capcom.
Weird laboratory in the back of the woods.
And apparently one of these scientists is speaking with like a stereotypical Hasidic Jewish accent. I don't know. Yeah, of course that fits.
It was a Street Fighter reference the whole time.
I've kind of lost you there. I don't know what were you referring to there? I mean, I know about Street Fighter. I know it exists. I'm just not sure about the joke you were making.
Twisting the Resident Evil reference.
Ah, okay. Let's meet up with Barney again.
Oh, I love Barney. Hope he's doing okay.
It's a shame. There are these kids that keep getting replaced every year. I don't know what's up with that. What happens to the old kids?
I used to tell my younger brother that Barney ate the kids.
Barney! It's me! I'm here!
Strangely enough, we're not going to be doing anything about Betty. We're only here for Barney.
This level design gets progressively darker.
Yes, especially Barney. The end of Barney's story arc is horrifying, but also hysterical.
For anyone but you. Evacuate the premises.
Does it feel weird to you to have to use the phrase Barney's story arc during this Let's Play?
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's the only named NPC that really gets treated like this. Both in terms of being used as a balloon and also in getting character depth. I mean, you can't have one without the other.
Yeah, fair.
This is another relatively open area. We still haven't reached the really open areas. There will be levels later in the game that don't actually have a proper exit. You just have to run around collecting a minimum number of stuff before you can leave. But they're sort of preparing you for those levels.
So it's not like a smash cut tonal shift. It's kind of...
This is a top secret zone.
They're at least a little gentle with you.
Yes, they're very gentle. There's no touching. Yeah, the idea behind this section, you have to go all the way to the back so that you can actually travel across these platforms here. I have mentioned before that the ramps have no scripting. It's all based on physics. So usually things go wrong. It's like, I get they were trying to make the controls loose and chaotic, but I think it went I think they went too far in a few places. To quote George Lucas. This section in particular, I'm remembering now, is an absolute nightmare. Because they're also introducing not just ramps, but moving ramps. It is not a pleasant experience. Somehow I made that jump. I have no idea how I did that.
Yeah, this is a secret research facility that is clearly building zombies.
It's not Umbrella. It's Parasol.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Someone who really likes 60s and 70s pop music. Oh, hey, remember this guy? I keep trying to boost into him there, and I keep forgetting the boost has a surprisingly large, surprisingly long wind-up time. Oh, there, he said that line about hypothermia that we missed before. But the subtitle didn't show up. I'm not sure why. Yeah, this is, I feel like this level goes on a little too long. But we still have yet to see the worst that this game has to offer. That'll be in the final section of like 3 or 4 levels, which are all terrible.
I repeat, this zone is top secret.
But you know what isn't terrible? This public address announcer. I love her.
She just gets increasingly agitated with you. Oh, there it is, the tipsy puzzle.
Yep. So I can't remember if it's in the takes that I used here, but she has a line that's something like, are you understanding me? Do you even know what top secret means? Or something like that. I am, of course, ruining the joke by trying to tell it secondhand. But trust me, it's actually funny.
Definitely absurdist.
Yeah, I feel like they don't really use the slippery hazards that much. There's a lot of lost potential there.
You have successfully installed VLC.
We're cleaning it up because the Rabbids really prefer real player. Oh hey, remember this gimmick from that one office level? Yeah, it's back and it's terrible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, anything with the super boost only helmets is really bad. I mean, as much as I've been shitting on this game, I still do enjoy it most of the time. It falls into the usual traps of repetition, etc., which is death for a comedy game. Well, maybe not death, but it's a huge it's a huge mistake. Don't recycle level ideas.
T-O-P secret.
Yeah, that's the line I was thinking of.
Possibly be more clear than top secret.
She's my new favorite character.
She just sounds so over this shit.
No trespassing allowed in public areas.
In private ones,
Nope.
though, go right ahead. We're not gonna stop you. Yeah, this is another one of those levels where I just gave up on trying to do a clean take and just get through it as quickly as I could.
I mean, I think at some point that's fair. And that's definitely the point where you would want to do that.
Yeah, I'm getting war flashbacks to it's either the last level or the second last level, which abuses that particular gimmick of the spinning platforms with the ramps, and it is awful. Easily the worst level in the game. I'm sure that if you played this game before, you know what I'm talking about, but I won't go any further. It's just, it's one of the last levels in the game. It's actually, conceptually, it's one of my favorite levels, but it's terrible. The execution is just awful.
And I'll never ever let another nurse change my purpose, clean my scabs.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting a lot of Barney jokes.
Oh, God.
I think this is also the level that has the joke about Barney's enemas. Get ready for that.
So, about that beer, Yosi Gordon.
Hey, beer also starts with B,
Illuminati confirmed.
but not Half-Life 3, oddly enough. Not even the Illuminati can make Half-Life 3 happen.
Not even the Rabbids could convince Gaben.
Well, that's the problem. The Illuminati sent the Rabbids to convince Gabe Newell, and it backfired horribly.
Penetration in this zone allowed.
Also, I was saying, yeah, there's a brief period of time where Betty will react to the Cannonball Rabbit. And she acts like a regular NPC, as opposed to being Betty.
Ew, those things were like so gross.
I agree with that.
Ew. This is just like one of my animes.
Oh no, is Betty an Emmerich? I mean, she does have an affinity for hiding in closets when crazy people are after her, so yeah, I guess she is an Emmerich. That must mean that this is a nuclear research facility then.
Barney! Enough of this already!
And we're off.
And yeah, this is the same Barney we've been capturing. That is canon. So I finally get to talk about the Balkan song that plays during the Barney sections. It is called Bubamara, Bubamara. It's a strange term. Literally, it means tree stump, but it's actually slang. It is Serbian slang for a runaway bride. I guess the idea is like they're, like the tree gets uprooted and it only leaves the stump. I guess that's the idea behind it. Anyway, it has become a traditional standard, but Bubamara is actually fairly recent. It was written in 1998 for the Serbian romantic comedy Black Cat, White Cat.
Don't you get about the top secret part?
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
that's another one of the PA addresser's lines. I've seen Black Cat, White Cat. It is very good. I would recommend it if you get a chance to see it. I think it's available on Amazon Prime only in the UK. I'm sure there are other ways to find it that I won't endorse, but it's an excellent film. It is. I usually hate romantic comedies, but I really enjoyed this one because it is just absolutely bonkers. Just to give you an idea, I guess the best praise that I can give this film is that at the end, there is a joke about laxatives at a public toilet that is not only funny, but it was set up earlier in the story and has proper payoff with reminders. So yeah, I think that's the highest praise that I can give this film.
A poop joke that connects.
And not only that connects, but is actually very funny. Which is rare in these kinds of films.
I'm not dead yet.
Yet. Just give me a few more hours. I'll be dead as a doorknob. So there's one other trick with Barney, which is that if you boost into a jump like that, you can actually get an extra jump, a fourth jump. Which it's not really required anywhere, but it's neat. Yeah, see right there, I boosted onto that ramp, and it counted as an extra jump. So yeah, this song is called Bubamara. It is excellent. I will probably play a few seconds of it at the end of this video. Just long enough before it gets claimed, but it is an excellent song. And it's certainly, as a song written specifically for a movie goes, it's good enough that it has become, a traditional staple of Serbian and Romanian music, especially Balkan brass.
Well, Barney, we made it through. Back on the pile you go.
You think he's used to it by now?
I have to assume.
This is now the third, it's the third time that we've captured him and flushed him down a toilet. I think at this point he's just like, oh shit, not again.
It leads me to ask the question, how does Barney escape the junk pile?
That's never explained, but I'm gonna guess that Betty just is, through the power of her love for Barney, she breaks him out every time.
I got nothing else for that. Like, I can't figure out how he gets out unless she's involved.
Betty Emmerich is secretly the most powerful character in the Rabbids universe. Because she's the only one that could overthrow the Rabbids. This game is it's even funnier because of the headcanon that we're building.
Yeah, like we have to be careful because pretty soon we're going to be giving every Rabbid a name and a personality. Beyond...
Well, I mean, the three Rabbids that we're controlling already have a decent enough personality, I think. We don't need to add to that. But,
right. But the rest of them.
Certainly, perhaps, by the end of this LP, we will christen them properly.
Čo žije, ajde boli voj romenca.